As we gather for our last service of 2024, please know that you are welcome here. Our covenant gives our best summary of who we try to be. You are a gift, and we are glad that you are here. Love is the spirit of all souls. In this moment of our shared journey, may you feel witnessed and honored wherever you are in your journey. As we pause, take this opportunity to greet your neighbors with your name and your pronouns, if you please.
Good morning. Welcome to all who are with us in the moment and those who are catching us later on. I'm Fran Quigley. My pronouns are he, him, and I will be serving as a worship associate for today's service, together with Crystal Francis, our outgoing worship associate, whose pronouns are she, her, Nancy Olson, our director of congregational life and faith formation, whose pronouns are she, Aya, Reverend Dorian Condre, whose pronouns are he, they, and Liz Elsmore, our collaborative pianist, whose pronouns are she, her. We are your worship team on the chancel today. People of all ages are joyfully welcomed in service. Nursery care is available, though, if that option works best for you. We invite everyone to consider completing a connection card. The card is a great way to let us know just if you would like support, if you need assistance, you have new contact information, or just if you have an interest or comment or a question. Please place those cards in the offering basket. I think most folks know what they are, but here they're colorful cards that are at the end of the pews. One quick announcement is that we are having some technical difficulties, so we do not have closed captioning today, but thanks to the heroic efforts of our tech team and our staff, we do have streaming going on. As we begin our time together, we acknowledge the land itself and those who have sustained it through the generations. We are upon the unceded land of the Lenape, the Myaami, the Kaskaskia, the Shawnee, and Kickapoo people who were pushed from their land and people whose children have been stolen for generations. As we strive to be a community of justice, may we continue to find ways to make real reparations.
As we gather on this last Sunday of the year, let's take a moment to prepare ourselves for the new year. This poem is Out of the Stars by Robert T. Weston. Out of the stars in their flight, out of the dust of eternity, here have we come. Stardust and sunlight, mingling through time and through space. Out of the stars we have come. Up from time, out of the stars have we come. Time out of time, before time in the vastness of space, earth spun to orbit the sun. Earth with the thunder of mountains, newborn the boiling seas. Earth warmed by sun, lit by sunlight, this is our home. Out of the stars we have come. Mystery hidden in mystery back through all time. Mystery rising from rocks in the storm and the sea, out of the stars rising from the rocks and the sea, kindled by sunlight on earth arose life. Ponder this thing in your heart, ponder with awe. Out of the sea to the land, out of the shadows came ferns. Out of the sea to the land, from darkness to light, rising to walk and to fly, out of the sea trembled life. Pondered this thing in your heart, life up from the sea. Eyes to behold, throats to sing, mates to love. Life from the sea, warmed by sun, washed by rain. Life from within, giving birth, rose to love. This is the wonder of time, this is the marvel of space. Out of the stars swung the earth. Life upon earth rose to love. This is the marvel of life. Rising to see and to know. Out of your heart cry wonder, sing that we live.
Presley and James are lighting our chalice today. Thank you so much. Anybody who'd like to light the chalice on any Sunday, we have a Sign Up Genius link, which usually is in the know. And we would love it for you to sign up and maybe even mark a special event or something special by coming and lighting the chalice. Just a little plug. This ritual of lighting our chalice is so important to us. It reminds us to continually renew our promise, to put love into our covenant, to put love into action, and to live out this community of love and justice that we surely hope to be. If you would please rise in body or spirit. As we say the words that are printed in your order of celebration, and if you're online, we always like to know where you are lighting your chalice from. And we will say the words in Spanish first. El amor es el espíritu de esta iglesia, y al servicio es su ley, vivir juntos en paz, buscar la verdad en el amor, y ayudarnos unos a otros. Este es nuestro pacto. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. This is our covenant. Thank you. And if you'll stay standing, we will sing together hymn number 121, one of my favorites, We'll Build a Land.
We'll build a land where we bind up the broken. We'll build a land where the captives go free, where the oil of gladness dissolves all mourning. Oh, we'll build a promised land that can be. Come build a land where sisters and brothers
anointed by God, may then create peace, where justice shall roll down like waters, and peace like an ever-flowing stream. We'll build a land where we bring the good tidings to all the afflicted and all those who mourn, and we'll give them garlands instead of ashes. Oh, we'll build a land where peace is born. Come to the land where sisters and brothers, anointed by God, may then create peace, where justice shall roll down like waters, and peace like an ever-flowing stream. We'll be a land building up ancient cities, raising up devastations from old, restoring ruins of generations. Oh, we'll build a land of people so bold. Come to the land where sisters and brothers, united by God, may then create peace, where justice shall roll down like waters, and peace like an ever-flowing stream. Come build a land where the mantles of praises resound from spirits once faint and once weak, where like oaks of righteousness stand her people. Oh, come build the land, my people we seek. Come build a land where sisters and brothers, anointed by God, may then create peace, where justice shall roll down like waters, and peace like an ever-flowing stream.
We've all seen our weekly In the Know newsletter. And during the last few months, our weekly In the Know newsletter has actually reminded me of a book, and it's this book. The title of it is A Paradise Born in Hell, and it's by the great writer and historian and activist Rebecca Solnit. Some of you may have heard of her. It's about how tough times, really disastrous times, surprisingly can bring out the best in people individually and in communities. Some of the examples Solnit gives are from Hurricane Katrina, the aftermath of the 9/11 attacks, some severe earthquakes around the globe. Here's what she writes, quote, "Horrible in itself, disaster is sometimes a door back into paradise. The paradise, at least, in which we are who we hope to be. We do the work we desire, and we are each other's sisters and brothers' keeper." Now, as we account for this past year, there are plenty of difficulties that might be included. And for some members of our communities, those difficulties have risen actually to the level of disasters. But it is also important when we do that accounting to consider how we collectively responded to these difficulties. And that's where I look at the newsletter. And you look at it all in the know, and you see that All Souls has a commitment to providing mutual aid for unhoused people. You see that our community, our congregation, always is convening sessions of psychological and spiritual healing for all of us. And of course, our community is hosting Love Can't Wait weddings for couples who have good reasons to fear what a new political regime may bring for them. And there's many more examples. In 2025, we know there are going to be real challenges, and we know that for many people, they'll rise to the level of genuine disasters. Rough times may be coming. But during those times, I'm grateful to be a part of a community that is determined to respond, in Rebecca Solnit's words, by being who we hope to be, by doing the work we desire, and by being our sisters and brothers keepers. As we make our personal accounting for 2024, let us hold a few moments of silence together as we reflect on the joys and sorrows in our hearts that arise from our past year. Among our reflections, let us remember the recently departed Nancy Renner Clear, the wife of our former minister, Bruce Clear. Thank you. Please rise now in body or spirit as we sing hymn 128, For All That Is Our Life.
For all that is our life, we sing our thanks and praise. For all life is a gift which we are called to use to build the common good and make our own days glad. For needs which others serve, for services we give, for work and its rewards, for hours of rest and love, we come with praise and thanks. For all that is our life, for sorrow we must bear, for failures, pain, and loss, for each new thing we learn, for fearful hours that pass, we come with praise and thanks. For all that is our life, for all that is our life, we sing our thanks and praise. For all life is a gift which we are torn to use to build the common good and make our own days glad.
Feels bad to be the shortest one, but maybe that's a good thing. As we approach the end of the year, there are all these lists of the best of 2024. The best books, the best movies, the best song, the best, well, you get the idea. If we wanted, we could come up with a list of the best events here at All Souls. The best reflections, the best town hall meetings, Reverend Katie's best reflection, the best greeter, the best choir performances, the best prelude, and so on. It serves a good purpose to remember the achievements as a measure of gratitude and to plan for the coming year. A less popular, but maybe useful exercise would be to remember the worst events of the year and how they might have been avoided. The continued gun violence, the lack of universal health care, the lack of affordable housing, the rising food insecurity, the uncertainty for immigrants trying to make a home for themselves and their children. It just goes on. I worry that I have become desensitized and cynical. I don't see top 10 lists for these problems as the year winds down. I doubt that I will remember 2024 for the best movie or song. Maybe for the best son. The presidential election looms large in my mind. It definitely seems like a pivotal moment in time. Time will tell. The ongoing wars as a nation we have influenced also stay in my mind. Many people dutifully make resolutions at the start of the year, and perhaps you do too. It is a good idea to set goals for the year. Few people announce their accounting at the end of the year for the success or failure of the promises made in January. I seldom hear about this private accounting. It must occur for the conscientious among us, but truthfully, we're better at making resolutions than keeping them. Why is that? If we never reflect on this journey, how are we ever accountable for the choices we make? How do we measure our progress or lack of progress? How do we alter our course? Usually in December each year, my husband Dennis and I take a look at the events of the ending year and what we expect in the coming year. We take an accounting of where we stand and where we expect to be in a year from now, a balance sheet of sorts. It is a measure for us of how well we survived the challenges of the year and look to see if the choices we made turned out well or if we were blindsided by something big, like an illness or loss. We think about the people we know who have died. In some years, this list seems both long and shocking. Sometimes it includes beloved pets. Sometimes it can include people who are not friends exactly, but who occupied a regular presence in our lives, like the grumpy neighbor or a friendly postal carrier. It is comforting to have a spiritual community at these times of grief. For the past several years, we have gone through the exercise of talking about retirement. I retired several years ago. My husband, who's 3 years older than me, continues to work. I worry that we're going to run out of time to experience retirement together. I don't understand his hesitation at age 70. Perhaps he worries that being with me 24/7 will not be the joyous experience he was led to believe early in our marriage. Fortunately, it is not a battle to win or lose. It's just a life transition that we have to negotiate together. And I am a patient woman. We look at our finances with an eye to retirement and needs that we have, such as maintaining our 112-year-old home. We consider the causes we support and how we can direct our resources. We revisit the idea of downsizing to a smaller, updated home, but already it starts to feel like too much work. Plus, this house has survived a variety of storms and catastrophes. Who's to say that a different home will be as safe and reliable? Does everyone remember Jet Pig? Hadn't seen Jet Pig for a while. Do you remember what the acronyms stand for? What's J? Oh, very good. E? Equity. I heard equality, that's not a bad thing, but equity is something different. T? Oh, very good. P? E? I? Good try. Interdependence. Maybe we need to work on that one. Interdependence. And G? Oh, of course. Of course. That's Jet Pig. How well have I done in working on these values, which I struggle to remember? Well, they challenge me. That is so. Truly, how well have we done? I hope you find some positive traction in thinking about Jet Pig. Reflection is a way to keep ourselves honest about the values we say we honor. Mere words do not reflect a commitment. In a moment, ushers dear, I'm going to invite you to write down a word or two about what is holding you down. A grief, a failure, an event, a loss, a name, or some concern that weighs heavy on your heart. We have this magic flash paper. I'm trying to find my piece of it. It's about that long. And you can use this magic flash paper to send up whatever that worry is in flames. I will give you a few moments of silence to write. Ushers, will you please hand out paper? There should be pens in your pew. If you don't have a pen, ask, Celeste has some pens, and looks like Mary does too. Just ask for a pen or share with somebody else. We're going to have just a moment of silence here while everybody gets to write down that one thing you'd like to see go away. I've already written mine. While it is important to hold on to the lessons that life gives us, it is equally important to let go of the worry about those things we cannot control, to both ask for and allow forgiveness where possible, and to stop dwelling on disappointments. In doing so, we free ourselves to do what is possible, to create hope for a better future. Paraphrasing that great Hoosier coach, John Wooden, the things we can do far outweigh those things that we aren't able to do. So why let the negative things overwhelm us? These great strips of magical paper allow you to write a word or phrase. They're not enough for paragraphs. Please write on it what you'd like to get rid of, and when you're ready, please come stand in line where Reverend Dorian is going to help us out. For those viewing online, please join us by making your own small note to carefully burn or tear up or destroy. And we have a fire extinguisher handy and a bowl to catch the flame. There will be no burning down the church while Reverend Gady is gone. Reverend Dorian will take care of us. As you finish burning your worries, please feel free to pick up a good word or two from Fran or me. Trust that you will receive a helpful word to sustain you in 2025. thank you for the negativity you have sacrificed today. Can I have an amen? Part of the letting go process is making space in ourselves for positive thoughts and experiences to enter our lives. There are dreams and goals that are left unfulfilled at the end of the year. Realizing these undone dreams and goals require our best selves, unburdened by old fears and griefs. What do you need to go forward into 2025? It is coming, no matter how prepared or not we think we are. Think about the things you would like to do individually or which you can help our community do to create positive, hopeful change in the world. What do you need to be happy? Are you looking forward to a more spiritual life? Do you long for connection? You are in a good place to find those things. Are you trying to dedicate time to spiritual practices? Is there something more you need from All Souls? Take a look at the programming offered. Talk to the staff about specific programming that could meet your needs. Set an appointment with our spiritual leader and advisor, Reverend Katie, or other staff members who can give you guidance. Or join a group of fellow travelers. You are not alone in this journey. Share your journey with us. I invite you to take time as the new year ends, as the old year ends, and the new year is set to begin again. Do your own accounting. Find time to refresh yourself for the challenges ahead. May it be so. Amen.
This week we are sharing our offering plate with the minister's discretionary fund. This fund allows our minister to give immediate aid to someone in need. It's a fund that provides necessary support to community members when the surprise medical bill hits, when eviction looms, when the electricity is about to be shut off, the gas tank is empty, the fridge is bare, and more. For many in our community, this is the only safety net. On a personal note, both Crystal and I, like many of you in this congregation, have spent many years working with our sisters and brothers in the community who are struggling financially. And we can all attest, and I know many of you can, and the ministry staff can as well, that a relatively small amount of money at the right time, that can keep a family housed. That can keep a family fed. That can keep the lights and the heat on during the cold winter. It can help people fill a much-needed prescription. So to contribute, you can gift a cash or a check into the collection plate. If you're online, you can go to allsoulsindy.org, where you'll find a link that says Give to All Souls here. It's on the left side beneath the description for today's service. If you are giving giving online or using a check, please indicate if your gift is a pledge payment or if it is for Share the Plate. Thank you for your generosity in supporting the mission of All Souls. Thank you for your continued love for one another and for this world. The morning offering may now be given and gratefully received. We invite you to please rise in body and spirit as we sing our offertory song, number 108, My Life Flows On in Endless Song.
Flows on in endless song above earth's lamentation. I hear the real, though far off hymn that hails a new creation. Through all the tumult and the strife, I hear the music ringing. It sounds an echo in my soul. How can I keep from singing?
I don't know about you, but I like all the hymns this morning. Thank you, Liz, and thank you. Marion and Ron. It was pleasant to have leading voices, even in the absence of the choir. I have some words as our closing, and it's called From New Year's Day by Kathleen McTeague. We're still just a few days away, so there's time if there's anything left that you're waiting to do in 2024. The first day of January is another day dawning. The sun rising as the sun always rises, the earth moving in its rhythms. With or without our calendars to name a certain day as the day of the new beginning, separating the old from the new. So it is. Everything is the same, bound into its history, as we ourselves are bound. Yet also we stand at a threshold. The new year, something truly new, still uninformed, leaving a stunning power in our hands. What shall we do with this great gift of time this year? Let us begin by remembering that whatever justice, whatever peace and wholeness might bloom in our world this year, we are the hearts and minds, the hands and feet, the embodiment of all the best visions of the people. The new year can be new ground for the seeds of our dreams. Let us take the step forward together onto new ground, planting our dreams well, faithfully, and in joy. Go in peace.